Hey guys, this is Kenendy, and I'm really excited to bring you my first project using this awesome August kit. So I have this black and white picture from our wedding that I'm going to use, and I've pulled out a piece of white cardstock from the kit, the Chamel polka dot paper, the crepe paper, triangle paper, and the Studio Calico vellum. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the white paper and I'm misting it with a cream colored mist just because it was too white, and the only white on the layout is in the kind of border around the photograph and then on the thicker. So I just wanted it to be a little more muted. And if y'all have been watching me for a long time, then you'll totally recognize this style. I kind of went back to my roots of using a ton of mist splatters and just centering a photograph and adding a title and a few embellishments and just letting it be like a super cool background. With just a big picture in the middle. So I've made tons of layouts like this. It's kind of my go-to style. I really like it. And I was just so excited that this kit went with my wedding album and my wedding colors that I was just like, I have to do an old school like layout that I love. It's like my favorite style and mist away and use a great black and white picture. So that's what I did. Sometimes you just have to go with what you know. So I went ahead and used two different colors of pink October afternoon mist, and the the ones that I used are very opaque, so you could easily just water down acrylic paint and get the same effect. I just happened to have the mist in a bottle and it's easier, so that's what I used. But had I not had the pink mist, I would have just made some with acrylic paint and water and a little bit of alcohol. Alcohol makes it dry. Then I used a mint green tumble dye, and then I'm going to use the Gold Lame Heidi Swap mist, which is my all-time favorite mist. So now it's dry. It's been several hours. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on the layering. And I'm using this piece of cream and black polka dot paper from the Chamel line first. And I love this paper. It's so pretty. I love the polka dots. And I like that it's a cream, but it's like a white cream and not a yellow cream, if that makes sense. And then this paper, which is like triangle on triangle, oh, it's gorgeous. And the other side is this really pretty yellow. So I'm so glad I have the pattern paper add-on. So I have two of them. And then this Studio Calico gold foil star vellum is just like beyond. And don't worry, I don't waste a bit of it. You'll see how I mark the center out so I can cut it out. It's a really cool trick. I think, at least for me, it works perfectly and I don't waste not even the tiniest bit of it. So what I do is I flip over, you'll see, I'll show you in just a second. I just zoomed in there to show you the misting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my biggest layer on the back, and then I'm going to flip it over and write in pencil on the vellum, like kind of photo corners almost, so I know exactly where to cut it. And then I'm going to trim out the center so that I can use that on another project, because like I said, I don't want to waste even the tiniest bit of this stuff. I leave just enough frame to have something for the pattern paper to stick on, basically. Then I'm going to take this really thin adhesive dot runner or adhesive runner and put the thinnest layer of adhesive, because that's all that there's room for really, and I don't want it to be sticky underneath. I want to be able to move it around on the project. And then I'm going to go ahead and put down the polka dot paper, and these are just all centered. It's super easy to do the layout like this. And by the way, when I did the misting, because I've had a lot of people comment on how I do the droplets, and I just do them in a diagonal, and I left space in the middle because there's no need to put mist there because it's going to be covered up with the picture. But that's how I do it. I go from the top left corner to the bottom right corner, usually. And I think that's what creates that nice line of mist. And of course, some of it's going to get here and there, but it really doesn't matter. So that's how I do it. And I use a big round paintbrush, or I use the little thing that comes in the mist bottle, like the little spritzer thing, the end of it. So you're going to see me for a very long time fuss with embellishments. I love the idea of that sold tag because, like, we got married and it's kind of like, I don't know. I just thought it was, kind of the ball and chain thing that they say when you get married, and I don't know. I ended up not using it, but I thought it might be fun because a lot of the ephemera is like office stuff or like parcel related or memos and stuff and things like that. I mean, you could totally use it for anything, and I did use like a coat check tag and stuff, but I just thought that would be like a fun way to use it. And these journaling cards are amazing, and I wish I had the whole entire pack of them because just the ones that I got, I'm in love with, and I didn't even want to use them because I wanted to hoard them. But I did end up punching. I don't think I show it in the video because I think I had turned my camera off and was talking to my husband, and I was doing it while I was talking to him and didn't realize that I was doing it off camera, basically. That card you can kind of see a little bit of. It's like a diagonal striped. I punched out a tab shape out of that. You're also going to see me, well, now I'm going to take everything off and glue it down. That October afternoon spot paint takes a long time to dry, so I was being very careful still. So what I'm going to do with these tags is I'm going to staple them together and cut the bottom off of them so that it doesn't get wasted being hidden, and then I'm going to reapply it like to the bottom so that they look like they go the entire length of the picture, even though they don't. And I just use my little ruler here to somewhat line it up. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but it's close enough. And then I just used the little piece of the cream one too. I don't think I cut any off the green one. I think it was just a smaller embellishment. But this kit is just, I love it. I can't say enough about it. It is awesome. I believe it's actually sold out, but I will double check. And if it's still available, I'll let you know in the comments below. But also, if you subscribe, I say this in all my videos, if you subscribe this month and you use the code CraftingKate, you'll get a free pattern paper add-on, which is pretty darn cool because it's like 10 sheets of paper. So the title is just going to be You and Me. And at first I put it on the bottom. Well, first I'm going to put my picture down. I put it on the bottom, and then I think I might like it better up the side, so I move it up the side. And I do a couple of more things. Let me look at the layout that you're going to see in the final pictures that aren't on camera. I add some of the freckled fawn wood veneer words, lovely, amazing, and happy. And I tried a couple of different ways to turn them gold. I used this rub and buff stuff, which didn't really work. And I ended up just using gold embossing powder on them. And I put them in the bottom right-hand corner. I added a few hearts out of the Chamel sticker book and a few enamel dots from the My Mind's Eye enamel dots, and then 2 strips of washi tape. And then I decided that it needed a background color, so I trimmed it down a little bit and mounted it on a piece of pink cardstock that I believe also came in the kit. So you're probably seeing all of this right now in the photos. I just haven't taken the photos yet. I'm doing the voiceover first. So anyways, thanks guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this layout, and I will see you real soon. Bye.